everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a pile here of party games. 5 different party games. I'm always looking for a good party game. There's a couple in here. Well, we'll see. Let's take a look at them one by one. Glyphics is a game in which you have a bunch of little shapes. Ooh, you can see them through the window in the back of the box. And you, instead of drawing the picture that you're trying to make, you are going to put these little shapes out there instead. So that's the game, but here's a little description anyway. In this game, players are going to have a whole bunch of pieces here, including people. There's even a piece, this piece here, so that you can stand a person or anything that you want to up in the picture that you're making. What you're doing is you have 60-second timer not included, to draw a card when it's your turn and tell people the category, noun, verb, or phrase, and then make that, whatever it might be. You can do actions. You can't make any noises. You can't, give any clues other than you can show it here. There's an arrow to point at what you're trying to get people to guess. And if someone guesses it, they get a point, unless it's the phrase, in which case they get 2 points. Also, the person who is the one building it gets 2 points. By the way, there's a small deck of easy cards here. Easy peasy, they're called. Skyscraper, and things like that, as opposed to trying to get someone to get chip on your shoulder, manicure, or Snow White, or jack-o'-lantern, etc. You keep score on another sheet of paper, and after 5 rounds, whoever has the most points is the winner. I tend to like the op and the games that they make. This one has a miss for a couple reasons. First of all, it feels like a fairly cheap production. There's no timer in the game. They're like, use a minute timer. They're like, keep the score on a separate sheet of paper. Really? Those are things that you are instructing us to do. You didn't put either of those in there, but at least you included a window on the back of the box. And then the cards are just all over the place. Some are really hard to do. Some are easier. Glyphics is fine in some sense of the word, right? It's just going to be a game in which you are going to draw a picture, except you're using shapes. There are many games out there like this. There's the 3D person. Other than that, though, I just can't recommend it. It just feels cheap. It doesn't feel that unique. It's okay at best. This is a 5 out of 10 for Glyphics. Don't Press That Mind Turtle is a game in which you're going to give other people dares. And if they don't do it, they have to press the mind turtle, which will explode and kill someone or make a noise that sounds like an explosion, and you lose. Hey, here's how it plays. In this game, you have a turtle who says hello, and after a certain amount of times, he's going to blow up, which I think is between 8 and 26, somewhere around then. Everyone's going to get 3 cards off this challenge pile, and on your turn, you give a card to somebody else, and they have to do that card or press the button that many times. Tell me about a time you were caught lying, or tell me about an embarrassing guilty pleasure of yours. Or tell me the last time you peed or pooped yourself. Tell me your biggest red flag or an irrational fear. You also have things you can do. Rap for 15 seconds about. I can be rap for 15 seconds about the post office. Perform 30 seconds of stand-up comedy about whatever. Correctly guess my full name. And again, if they fail, they have to press it. Now, if they do what you say, you have to press it. Give a silly or rude nickname to every one player. Make me laugh in the next 30 seconds. Juggle 3 items. Then those are challenges. Then there's dare. Perform my eulogy. Press the button once. I don't actually understand how this one works. Text or DM your ex or crush a message that I decide. Let me scroll through your photos. Make a prank phone call. Unlock your phone. Let me use it for 30 seconds. Say whatever I want you to say in a baby voice as loud as you can. Anyhow, when the bomb explodes, that person loses. Everyone else wins if, together as a group, they pick up the game and throw it into the trash. This game is dreck. I don't get it. It's just so pathetic, I guess is the best word for it. Like, you are giving people, some of the things are interesting. If I give you a card and you say juggle, and if you juggle, then I have to hit the turtle a certain number of times. And if you do it correctly, or if you don't mess up, then you hit the turtle a certain number of times. The turtle's a funny device, and I'm sure the whole game is surrounded with this turtle. But that's it. It's just trash. The things are trash. When I played this, one of the things was have to make a prank call. And so I gave it to my daughter and said, prank call your grandfather. I knew she would never do that. And I wouldn't do that because losing this game isn't bad. So I'm never going to let you do any of the embarrassing things here. Let you control my phone for 30 seconds? No, I'll hit the turtle. What do I care? And they're just kind of embarrassing, stupid things. Tell people the last time you peed in your pants. This is trash. This is the lowest of low for party games. They use the cool turtle, so I'll give them 1 point for that. 2 out of 10. Whirly Derby is a game that got me very excited because it has marbles rolling down into the bottom. I really like that concept, and it's just, it's fun to watch marbles roll. I'm a big fan of that. Let's check it out. Now in this game, everyone is going to get a little container here with 5 marbles of their color, which you have a token that you're going to get to refill that twice over each round. What's going to happen is some cards are going to be pulled from a pile here, and these cards are going to go to first, second, and third place. And so this card, for example, is 8 points by itself, but if you've all 3 of these things, it's 30. Cactus is only 1 point, but having the most is 15. The cheese here is in the donut. These are the things you need to get that. Gumball machine is 6, but if you have 2 of them, it's 15. 3, 25, and 4 is 0, and so on and so forth. After that, players are going to decide at the same time how many marbles. So let's say green throws in 2, orange throws in 3, black 1, red 2, blue 1. We put them all on this little pouring device, and then we pour them in. It's black, orange, green. Not sure why we're letting the rest of them spin, but you can see the first ones coming out here, and those people will get it. And after several rounds, you just add up the points of all the cards. Whoever has the most points wins. There is an advanced way to play the game where you'll be flipping over different tiles, and at one point, someone's going to get the Thunder Ball, and the Thunder Ball is this clear ball here, and when that one's poured in, you're hoping it lands in the middle and blocks other marbles. Is it going to work? I don't think it's going to block any of them. Maybe that white one. Nope. But if it had blocked some marbles, I would have got some extra cards. Anyway, it goes to the person in last place. And that's how you play the game. Oh, this game isn't good. The marbles rolling in. So on your turn, you can pick how many marbles you're going to send in each turn. So 1, 2, or 3. Normally, I suppose you could send in 5. But then you might miss some of the rounds. The problem is it's very random. The rolling doesn't work very well. And if you have to learn how to roll, because otherwise you might roll and the marble just goes straight into the middle of the thing. It's not a very good funnel for rolling. But even that I could live with. The cards. So these are cards, which are like collect sets of cards. You know, they use the tropes from lots of other board games of if you get 4 of these, you get 0 points. Well, first of all, who's getting 4 of those? You're going to get very few things in this game because there's a lot of marbles in the mix. The marbles are random when they go down. And so as the marbles land there, you will pick. And the person who's last gets to roll the marbles next time. The person who's last also gets one of their marbles back. Okay? Everything about this game is completely random. And I would even live with that if it was fun random. But there's this illusion of strategy, like collect these cards for this. Every game I've seen of this, someone has blown it out just by sheer luck. And you could put 4 marbles in and none of them go in. It doesn't even seem like the number of marbles increases your odds. I mean, technically, I think it does. But not enough where I would care. This is a huge disappointment for me. It is fun to see the marbles go by, and I get a lot of people are going to like it, but it's a 5 out of 10 because while it's fun to watch the marbles and there's some neatness to that, at the end you're just like, where's the game? Codenames Back to Hogwarts is a reworking of Codenames Harry Potter that came out. This is the new version. CG has revamped all of their different Codenames. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I've seen all the movies. I like them. I like the books and all. But diehard Harry Potter fans, here you go. This is the Codenames. Now, I'm going to assume you've already know how to play Codenames, talking about it here. But if you haven't, go check out our full Codenames. Codenames is a fantastic game. But this adds not just the Harry Potter veneer on top of it, it adds special powers. So if you've already played Codenames before, here's the differences. There's a bunch of words here, from Butterbeer to Golden Snitch to Tom Riddle to Trevor to twins. Some of them could be in any game, and some, like Polyjuice Potion, are only going to be in this version. On the back, there's a picture, so you could also play with the pictures instead of, these are pictures from the movie, instead of the words. But that's how you're playing Codenames. Now, you can play normal Codenames, like I said, or you can pick your houses with the sorting hat. Basically, the way you do it is you draw a random card. And so let's say we take this card here. Well, the colors on the outside is green, so that means we are Slytherin, and we go first. And the other player is going to be Gryffindor, and they will go second. Now, each player has a card, and it gives you a special ability, but there are 8 special abilities in the game, and it depends on whether you're going first or going second. For example, Hufflepuff, they come with a deck of cards along with them that are going to be various potions that Hufflepuff can do on both sides. But on one side, you're going to mark 3 Hufflepuff cards with this symbol. When any of these cards is guessed by either house, the Hufflepuff first years will draw a card. So the central tiles of locked door, Hufflepuff has 9 cards to guess. So when Hufflepuff goes second, you can see that they have more cards to guess in that regard than normal. While in the first place, you put 2 on your cards and 1 on another house. And if a card's guessed, whoever guesses it will draw one of these cards. And these cards can do all sorts of things. Like this one, if you encounter Argus Filch, who is the guy who basically you lose the game if you find him. Your turn in the game, you continue your turn as if it never happened. Or play before you get a card. If it belongs to your house, draw 2 more herbology cards. And then Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw is one I like a lot. If you play with them first, then all their cards are connected in one group by the sides or diagonally. That's it. It's not a special ability as much as it's something that you know about the cards. While it's very different if you're playing with them going second, when you play with second, when the 4th Ravenclaw tile is put on the table, and by the way, here are the different tiles for each of the houses, then you will indicate how many spaces, neighboring spaces on that 4th card belong to Ravenclaw. And so Slytherin has a chance to put that serpent tokens. You can put these on cards without guessing that card, but it still counts for you for winning the game. And there's a whole little structure here they built, which is a real pain to build and hard to keep in the box, where if you want to play multiple games and see which house is leading, that's a lot more Harry Potter than I want to play with, especially with this giant marker here. But this is it. There's going to be a whole little book here that explains each of the 8 special abilities that you have for each of the 4 different houses. And that's the game. The production here is fantastic. It looks really good. The card selection, well, it's Harry Potter. I mean, here in the back of the box, I see that there's Mer people, Lucius Malfoy, Stag Patronus, Hermione Granger. You know, some people are going to know some of those, but how many people know Wingardium Leviosa? Of course, you can play with the pictures, but you're going to want to play with people who have some idea of Harry Potter. The special powers, though, are fantastic. I really like them, and I hope that they add these into the regular game somehow of Codenames. My favorite is I think it's Ravenclaw, where all your stuff is connected. Just a simple thing, or the Slither one. I really like hey, I can put these snakes on a couple of things. It counts kind of as a guess, but we don't get hurt if it's wrong. Just some minor stuff, but I think it adds a lot of jazz to the game. And then if you're a Harry Potter fan on top of that, then you're going to enjoy it even more. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, check it out. If you're not a Harry Potter fan, then if you're someone like me, so for my personal rating for the game is a 7.5, because I like Harry Potter fine. I won't want to play it all the time, but I think this is an interesting variant on it, and I really like the special powers. If you like Harry Potter, it's probably a 10 out of 10. And if you don't like Harry Potter, like you actively dislike it, then you probably wouldn't be interested in this one at all. Outfox the Fox. This is a slide trivia game of top 5 lists. Top 5 list? I'm in. Let's see how it plays. In this game, each player is going to be the reader, and when you're the reader, you get 3 different cards. Deadliest professions in the U.S., most popular baby girl names in the U.S. of the 1970s, Artist groups most streamed on Spotify of all time worldwide. You pick one. So I picked this one. I then look at the answers. This tells me the top 5 answers in that category and also has the Fox. They're in a random order, and I'm going to read them to everyone else. So I would say The Weeknd, and maybe number 2, I'd say The Beatles. I can put any answer I want in that spot. So as you read these, someone else is going to write them down. So here are answers for a category, America's favorite hobbies and activities. And this is the order they were read. And you might say, well, I bet outdoor activities is at the very top. Reading's probably not in there at all. Board games is probably down here at number 5. Cooking and video games and pets. So everyone kind of comes to a consensus. You can also say, I'm definitely sure that video games is in the number 3 spot. I'm sure this is this. I'm sure this is this. Everyone can vote on that. We then reveal them. The number 1, is cooking and baking. Not correct. Number 2 is reading. Also not correct. Number 3 is pets. Pets is in the 4 or 5 position, so also incorrect. Number 4, video games. That's in a 2 to 3. Also incorrect. Number 5, outdoors. We got them all wrong, and we had such a good chance of getting them. Now, this is the Fox answer. Board games was wrong. Shocking. So the Fox is going to get 3 points. Everybody else gets 1 point for each one they got correct, and 3 points if they nailed exactly where it is. So you can see 2 to 3 and 4 to 5 can be in either spot. Everyone will score points, and then we go to the next reader. Most points at the end of the game is the winner. Outfox the Fox is a game that I am glad to see because it feels like a party game that does something that we've seen before, but does it in a really good way. There's a couple things I really like about this game. One is they did a great selection of categories. Most popular college majors in the U.S., best types of bread, most common reasons employees quit, best-selling items in convenience stores, most prevalent food allergies in U.S. adults, countries that drink the most tea per person. And because of that, like, let's just do that countries that drink the most tea per person. I can look at the one that's the Fox, and I can pretty much come up with a good answer. Here's the things. Russia, United Kingdom, Ireland, Iran, China, Turkey. And I was able to read through that without me going, and picking the one that's not correct there and kind of being slow about it. So that's fun. And then just the discussion. Everyone is discussing together because it's almost cooperative because everyone wants to score as many points as they can. The way you're going to really differentiate from each other is saying this one is exactly right to get those bonus 3 points, or when you're the person reading it, hoping to get the Fox in the highest level possible. If you get that Fox in 1, you get a lot of points if everyone picks the Fox as number 1. It's just fun. It brings up a lot of discussion. It's entertaining. The worst part of it is it takes a bit to write down the answers, and one person's writing the answers down as they're being read out. But after that, the board and everything, it flows pretty smoothly, and this is a breath of fresh air. Kind of, there's a lot of party games out there that aren't very good. Outfox the Fox feels pretty neat on top of it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Check it out. Well, there you go, folks. 2 party games that I liked. One that I did not like. One I think is cheap, and one I think is absolute terrible. There you go, folks. You have different opinions, of course. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about what you think about these games. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. See you later. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel.